Beavis and Butthead at 11:30, then join Toby for Alternative Nation Novelty Rock Special at midnight.
Hello, greetings. We are Kula Shaker. What?
Are you more rock or are you more pop or?
A pop rock band.
Yeah.
Or is it a rock pop band?
Yeah,
We're a prop band.
somewhere between rock pop and pop rock.
Why do you feel the need to bring Indian spirituality to the rest of the world?
Spiritual is a dirty word in England.
We're trying to express some kind of individual spirit, you know? It's very difficult to say what is it all about in a short sentence.
Oh, hi India.
Spaceships, hamburgers and piles.
Okay. Got it.
Maharaj.
Okay.
Do you think they'll believe us? We just took the opportunity of setting up a press conference because if we come over here in a few months, people are just going to think it's a gimmick. Hello, India. Namaste, Jai Sri Krishna, all glories to Allah, and welcome. You're watching MTV, the ultimate supreme experience in video pleasure. In India, and what do you get? Delhi. How do I describe Delhi for you? Cars, too many people, pollution, too much. Just like any city, but this one is just the most intense. If you were alone, no one would know that you were crying. If you were a dream, nothing would seem higher or low. Delhi certainly gets you turned on. Suddenly you're awake, you know? And the whole thing just sends me mad! Lie under the stars, cradle your arms like you were dying. One thing you gotta remember about this place is a complete sensory bombardment. Everything you smell, everything you hear, everything you walk in is a complete, overwhelming sensation. And if you get sick, everything you sit on is an overwhelming sensation. A lot of people, when they come to India, they say that it isn't necessarily a holiday, it's more of an experience. But I'd rather have an experience than a holiday any day. This is how you cross the road in India. Oh, he's got a nice scooter. No one will stop. Here in Delhi, they have monkeys chained up, acting like humans. The only reason they have them acting like humans is because there's no money, so this is the kind of thing that poverty forces people to do. But what do you think?
What do I think of this?
Do you like this place?
Yeah, I love it. It's my favourite place. No, I don't actually. I despise it. I think we should go to Vrindavan, you know?
Vrindavan now?
Now.
Maybe if we meditate and do the right breathing and say the right mantras, then maybe we'll get there automatically.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let's try. Ready?
Nah.
Let's get a
Too much
cab.
hard work, yeah.
Let's get a cab. Taxi! I don't ever really come here. I land in Delhi if I have to. I get a cab straight from the airport and I'm out. I got ill once here. Spent my whole time on my back looking at the ceiling. Really sick, you know. I learned to hate it. It's real geared around tourism, you know, and that's not really what I come here for. Vrindavan is about a 4-hour drive south of Delhi. No, Vrindavan is not a tourist resort. Vrindavan is not somewhere you come to just chill out and turn off. I never wanted to bring you to a tourist resort. I never wanted to, to take you to some kind of surface value place. This is about something that is about inspiration.
Om Savitri Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Vijay Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Jayaye Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Ashnibhyam Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Sapaitrik Vishwe Devebhya Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Sapti Yakshebhya Swaha.
Swaha. They have these things called fire yajnas, and they have them, to commence an occasion, whether it's a marriage or the start of a new business. It invokes, divine energy. It's a very ancient ceremony. And the one that we're having today is basically to bless this film and to, so that it can do something positive for people, for peace and, human evolution and all that. So it's not a bad cause. How'd you feel, love?
Oh, gorgeous love.
I wait another day to travel to the east. Time may play upon me, dance upon me with its feet. Hidden in the temple, they are building to the sun. Hidden in the forest, hidden bigger with a gun.
What happens in Vrindavan is an internal thing. It's about what you feel. So you can't necessarily show that on camera. Well, do you ever get the feeling you're in a scene from a Star Wars movie? I do a lot in Vrindavan, and this is half the reason why. Temples like this, the Madan Mohan temple is one of the 6 main temples of Vrindavan. All of this massive red stone clay architecture just for a deity about this big. They're pretty committed to the cause. I like coming up here and just looking at the view of the river Yamuna, taking my time, hanging out with the bubbas. Cowherd village. All these people are cowherders, and this is rustic. A lot of the musical, classical snobs, they kind of look down on it, but this is the kind of tribal stuff where everybody has a good heart and will put it into the music. Come here to really just feel alive again. I think we have something to learn from these people because the conditions that they live in is got a real problem, but their culture and their tradition is so strong that nobody who comes here can deny that they're just happy. This is the birthplace of Krishna, and so everybody's thinking about Krishna the whole time. It's literally, they're just obsessed by it. They just get up in the morning and they're just thinking about Krishna. This is the beginning of Govardhan Hill. Govardhan Hill is about just under an hour south of Vrindavan. It's considered the heart of Vrindavan. In fact, it's considered the most sacred place in Vrindavan. This is actually like the body of Krishna. It goes for 7 kilometers, and people in Vrindavan do these things called parikrams, where they circumambulate. Some of the bubbas actually circumambulate by prostrating themselves like a rod on the ground and then getting up and then doing it again, and until they work their whole way around Govardhan Hill. So everywhere you go, you see these bubbas. Everyone pays them a lot of respect. You know, you can see how they've just devoted their whole lives to this place. Thank you, Baba. Nothing is considered mundane. Everything, the trees, the animals, the people, everything is magical, everything is spiritual. It's an incredible place. This Hare Krishna, this belongs to Vrindavan, and when you see them living their culture, it just seems completely natural. This place was built by a Rajasthani king about 400 years ago to celebrate this place that Krishna comes to play with his girlfriends, the gopis, and paint them up with body paint and flowers in the hair and generally get down and be very esoteric together. Well, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's very cold and life is just starting for this little village. They're all gathering here in this part of town, a temple called Radha Raman. This is actually called Kula Step. It was named after the South Indian king because he was so devoted to the Lord that he used to come and take the dust off the first step of the temple where the feet of the devotees had trodden. And he was always aspiring to be like them, even though he was already a great saint. And because of this, they named this first step in every temple Kula Step, which I didn't know until just recently. People have been living like this for 500 years. The real Vrindavan is experienced inside people's hearts. You can never really understand what's happening, but you can gain an insight from this kind of scene. In India, you get these people called sadhus, and they're like holy men. Even in India, there's con men and the real thing. To find the real thing is very difficult. You know, it's just like, it's very simple, you know, it's no big thing. It's like learning to drive a car or learning to get, you know, like to get your license, you know. You need to go to someone who's you know, a genuine instructor. Is this possible for these Western people to have their mood of Vrindavan?
The effect of the power of Vrindavan will surely be there.
You cannot escape its power.
Yes. No. If anyone comes down in water, all things will be wetted. He cannot escape.
Does not matter whether he believes in water or not.
Water or not. So same thing.
It's difficult to know what this film is actually about, because when I got, you know, asked if there was anywhere I'd like to take a film crew, I immediately thought of Vrindavan. But then the first thing that crossed my mind was that it's a really personal relationship that I've developed with this place. It's like I would like to be able to share this, but at the same time it is a really personal thing, so it's difficult to get the balance. on the Jamuna River. This is considered to be the life of Vrindavan is flowing through this river. She's supposed to hold many mystical secrets about what goes on here, and she's worshipped by all the people as their very life and soul. They refer to her as Sri Jamuna Devi. They see the river actually as a personality, as a very wonderful goddess who bestows many benedictions on those who treat her with respect and love. And at this time of day, I don't think you'll find anywhere as peaceful as this. Brahmin is mixing some sacred markings for us. I don't know why. He thinks we need it. Jay, come and take the sacred touch. And now you can see the sun has appeared on my forehead. It disappears in the sky and appears here. All you need is love. All you need is Okay, here's the deal. I don't know what day it is. I know the date. It's New Year's Eve. We're somewhere on a service station stop that happens to have a hotel in it, and there's a big party here for New Year's Eve. I met this man in Vrindavan called Vineet Narayan. He's a very successful television journalist, and he has been behind exposing all this corruption in the Indian government.
जिन्होंने भी हरे कृष्ण को अपनाया है वो सारे सुखी बन चुके हैं.
He said, there's this big party and we're organizing all these things for Krishna in Delhi, and please you can come along and sing this Govinda. And I'm like, yeah, okay, this sounds good. Now I'm here and I'm just so nervous and I don't know what I've let myself in for, and I just, let's see, shall we? I bet I just get my little, I just put it sorted in my head what the hell I'm supposed to be doing.
ये तो वो है, खोल ले आए हो तुम. मर्दा से ले आए. आप ये बताते हैं क्या बात? नहीं पखावा है. पखावा है. ये तो मर्दा ले आए. Pop music के माध्यम से. The flute guy is not here, so there's this guy who plays the Casio keyboard like a harmonium. So would you like him to accompany you?
Casio keyboard.
Like a harmonium. No.
ये कौन है? इसका जरा गोल और बड़ा होगा.
इनका पॉप म्यूजिक MTV पे भी आता है.
केसियो वाले और केसियो वाले को भी
Let's go in this. So much problems, so much.
It's okay? There's something
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
I am just a Western boy and I cannot sing these bhajans very well. So, with the mercy of Guru and Vaishnavas, we can all meditate on the name of Radha, and you will forget my voice. My singing is very bad. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana I'm not a Hare Krishna. I'm into Krishna. I'm into the whole mood of it, really, because, you know, I don't like religion and I don't like dogma and institution, but I want to find some kind of spirituality, and I want to find some kind of spirituality that is about love. So this is Radha Kund. This Swami Narayan Maharaj said this is very important that we come here because it's considered not only the most spiritual place in India, but actually the whole universe. So the waters here are actually being compared to like the tears of God, and anyone that bathes here, all their sins, all their karma is all completely washed away, and before long, this kind of transcendental ecstasy, this love of God starts to overwhelm you in the heart. So I'm not going to miss the opportunity to bathe here. First, you have to pay your respects, though. There's turtles in here. Big ones. I hope there aren't any sharks as well. One yogi that we spoke to about this place said that these waters were compared to liquid ecstasy. Sounds like a good title for a song, doesn't it?
Questions unfolding like books in their pages. They just keep on turning for me. And I keep on asking why every question will somehow relate back to me. I'll put my hand up and say, here, maybe we can learn something from these people. Maybe we can learn something from this culture. And I'm just saying that as somebody who's trying to be responsible as a member of, you know, planet Earth. Just mention you're only a drop in the sea. Only a drop in the sea.